Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic here, back for the TWC Show with Arvy, Rain City Toys. We're here to quickly recap a bit of this weekend's wrestling because we didn't do that yet. And by the time this comes out, a ton of things have already happened. So maybe we'll touch on Raw that just happened right now a little bit. The Mark Mero interview should be out, so check out my casual conversation with Mark Mero. And then also check out all my other casual conversations. What's going on?
Do you ask about Sable?
I did ask about Sable. We talked about Sable.
All right.
We talked about Sable. We talked about Dusty Rhodes. We talked about Stone Cold, the Macho Man, Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
We talked about it all. It's a good interview with Mark Mero. And if you really want to know details about Mark Mero, go get his book, From Good to Bad, or From Bad to Good.
You really enjoyed it. You read it in California, right?
Yeah, I read Mark Mero's book. I'm almost done Jim Ross's book. I still have the NWO book that I still got to get through. I haven't started it yet. I gave you a copy. I got the hard copy. Yeah, I gotta go and read that as well. Still, try to hit at least. I try to hit at least 5 books a year. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I only hit like 1 or 2, but I try.
There was a point in my life I think I used to read a book a week.
Yeah, I'm a big autobiography guy though. That's why. That's like, when I was younger, it was like books, and then as I got older, it was like Batista autobiography, Mick Foley, Bret Hart, Ric Flair, fucking Madison Beer, fucking whatever it is. I'll read an autobiography.
Harry Potter, right?
That's not an autobiography. Wait, do you think Hogwarts is real? He was recounting his real life stories.
I was never into Harry Potter. I think I watched only one of the movies, maybe 2.
To be fair, I only read the first Harry Potter book.
Yeah, I did watch Lord of the Rings though. That was good.
I read those and then watched those. Yeah. Let's get into this past weekend events. We're not going to break down every event, match by match. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of wrestling. Like Saturday, I was at your house for a birthday party all day, and I pretty much spent most of the day. Actually, it's a lie because we stayed there really late. But I did spend most of the daytime part watching wrestling. And I had everybody watching it with me. I had
unfortunately, we were stuck watching AEW with you because we had no choice.
All elite wrestling. What were the highlights of the weekend for you? Give me your favorite matches and just things you remember, and I'll give you mine.
So I know everyone hates the super kicks, but I thought the Young Bucks match was really good with Ospreay and Swerve.
Yeah.
As much as I shit on AEW, that was still enjoyable.
Was that your favorite match on the All In card? I guess that's what we could do, is give our favorite match on each show.
I would say so. I like the entrance. I like the gimmick, how they came in, the founding fathers right on the boat. I don't know if I was looking forward to Toni Storm and Sasha, but
Mercedes,
whatever. Turned out, it started off pretty good before it started turning into like an erotic video. Homemade video that these guys were.
The first time I watched it because I watched it initially, then we kind of watched it again, like with you, and I didn't like. I saw the kissing part. I didn't pick up on the whole eating out part until I watched it with you. You're like, what the hell was that? I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
They're all elite, man. That's what they do.
Yeah, sports-based presentation.
The rest of the matches, I mean, I was in and out, obviously, but
So for me, Mercedes and Tony was my favorite match of All In.
Of course it was.
It was a great match. And Mercedes finally took a W. She's been undefeated this entire run in AEW. She came out with a robe that had all the names of all the people she defeated, which was pretty cool. I was here for 7 belts Monet, but I'm not mad that Tony retained, so that's cool. I think they told a great story. Obviously the erotic part, so kind of like, what are we doing? There was that one spot where like Toni Storm had like 3-4 Stormbreakers, like the little power driver thing on Mercedes in a row, and then Mercedes still kicked out. And I was like, wait, like why? Why would you do that?
And then hit the pile driver, right? And that was the end all be all, wasn't it?
She kissed her, then hit the pile driver off the top. Wow. Then that Stormbreaker was the one that counted. But that had to be my favorite match. To be honest with you, I think the women ran this weekend because like, outside of All In, like excluding All In, outside of the WWE shows, Evolution was the best show.
Do you think she tongued her when she?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's funny because every time Mercedes looks like she's kissing Tony, it looks like she like is bad, either a really bad kisser or like totally misses her face on purpose. Whereas when Tony kisses Mercedes, it looks like Tony goes all in.
Her frog splash is so shitty. Sasha.
What does that have to do with kissing?
Just,
Mercedes, we love you, Mercedes.
no,
We love Mercedes.
but I mean, my favorite match was the Young Bucks because we were all watching that main event, not just us, a bunch of uncles as well who know nothing about wrestling, and I think we all had the same reaction. What the hell is even this?
That was the match where everybody decided to come sit inside where I was sitting and just chill, including the older gentlemen in their like 60s and possibly 70s. And they had to see John Moxley and Hangman Page. Hey, shout out to AEW though. Nobody bled like intentionally. Like some people bled by accident. Like Tony, I think, bled by accident, but nobody bled intentionally all night until the main event. Which is not a good. Which is a thing AEW doesn't do that well. People will be doing everything all night, but nobody actually bled intentionally outside of the main event. Which when it started happening in the main event, you're like, oh crap! Like I actually haven't seen anyone bleed themselves all night. So that was good on them. The entrances were cool. Everybody's talked about how packed it was. You said it like 7 times. Like, oh, how did they fit so many people in here? Like, that's crazy.
I think I was more concerned about the attendance. I'm like, oh wow, the people showed up. I'm like, people showed up to this event.
And you're not alone. A lot of people brought that up. Like, whoa, like what is this? Like, I thought they were like doing bad. Like, there's so many people here. I've said it a million times. This is their WrestleMania. People are gonna show up regardless. Good turnout, good production. Entrances were done very well. Pyro where pyro was needed. Honestly, overall, the show felt big.
I can't even remember the other matches really now that I think of it.
The gauntlet matches are both good. The women's gauntlet was better than the men's. Osprey and Omega, they're just both older.
Omega, Okada, so whatever.
Osprey, Omega. I mean Okada, Omega. Yeah.
No, who is it? No, Omega.
No, you're right. You were right. I was wrong.
So the Loverboy came out, but I swear that match might have been what, hour and a half? Because I left for a very long time and I came back and
it might have been an hour because it was 30 minutes plus entrances.
Because I came back and I said, oh look, the Golden Boy came out. Or whatever they were. The Golden Lover, right? Golden Boy.
Yeah, Golden Lovers. But no, it was 30 minutes. It was a long match. And I think the thing that like
it was only 30 minutes?
I think that's what Wikipedia says.
It must have been an hour. I mean,
no, but entrances, all that, post match.
Felt like a long match.
I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that great. You can just tell these are two guys that are older, been through a lot more, and maybe them wrestling in Japan just feels different than them wrestling in America because
they're phenomenal wrestlers though. And I always
they both still got it. This is the least washed that Okada's looked. Like the second time, this is the least washed he's looked. But like it was just like it's not if Dave Meltzer rates this match 5 stars, that's a lie. It was like maybe 4.25, maybe 4.5. Like you know, like
I think it'd be like 3, 2.5. 3.
Yeah, like it wasn't. It was good. It was
4. I don't even think it was a 4.
It was good. It was just not that great by no means. Like it wasn't better than the Bucks versus Swerve and Ospreay. It wasn't better than Mercedes and Tony. It didn't leave a lasting impression like the main event. Like the main event was basically their WrestleMania 41. Bryan came out, Darby came from the ceiling, fucking Swerve came out, Ospreay came out.
They had their own finished story, right? The Cody Rhodes style for Hangman.
They literally did.
Yeah. I mean, what a cool touch was I noticed afterwards that I think they still might have had Daniel Bryan's side plates on the belt.
They did.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Because the moment Moxley won it, he put it in the briefcase. And that was a big moment too. Like, you know, like just the moment of Hangman taking it out of the briefcase. Like the main event was really good, but it was, and I'm not complaining about it, but when we were picking our favorite wrestling matches, like you said the tag match, I said Mercedes and Tony. The main event was probably more memorable for the sake of the story. The Death Riders thing finally ending, the belt coming out, Darby returning, Bryan coming in to help to take these guys out, Ospreay and Swerve ending his beef with Hangman. Like the story of it all was great.
How long do you think Darby was up there?
All night.
Truthfully, I'm surprised the guy just didn't jump from up there instead of knowing that guy. I feel like it was a coffin drop right from the top.
And it's crazy. Every single person that came out there, whether it was Ospreay, Swerve, Bryan, Darby, or all other people, you're like, if they were the ones to beat Moxley, you'd be down. And then the guy to do it was Hangman, who I guess in the big scheme of things is like the conscience, like the big AEW, like their main guy, you know.
I did like his original song come back when he came back.
On a sadder side, like we don't know what's the deal with Cole. We know he got concussed again. He wasn't able to defend his title, and he gave a speech, started crying. Didn't say he said he didn't want to officially talk about retirement, but it could be. There's potentially the chances could be his retirement. It sucks. His run in AEW, he keeps getting hurt. He keeps having to drop stuff.
And you know what, Adam Cole, like even for me, I didn't know anything about him from Ring of Honor and the Indies. So I started watching him at NXT, and what this guy's done for, I guess, the little men, the guys that aren't as bulky as, like, you know, the traditional heavyweights, the guys that
For the smaller guys.
Yeah, this guy, he put him on the map. I feel like this guy's like the pioneer for that.
I don't know if I'd say pioneer when you got guys like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit.
It was funny.
Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Well, I mean, Bret was bigger than them. Bret was bigger than.
Yeah, when you look back at it, Bret and Shawn are actually taller than a lot of these guys, but were considered smaller because they weren't as jacked as the Hogans
maybe I'm just,
and Warriors of the world.
Considering Adam Cole's height there. I think I'm just referring to the guy's height. But
no, but he was like in the modern era one of the top small guys.
Yeah, he was, and he was enjoyable. So hopefully, I mean, this guy could come back, but if he can't, he's got to take care of his health first, right? That's more important. I'm sure he'll find something to do in wrestling if he can't wrestle again. Hopefully, he does.
Yeah, he's good on the but they turned a bad situation to a good situation. Obviously, we're setting our love and speedy recoveries to Adam Cole. Hopefully, he can come back soon because I don't think his story should end this way. I don't want his last match to be some random 6-man tag match he had where he got clotheslined in the face by Kyle Fletcher, which led to this on him. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I'm hoping he gets to come back and has like a final run, whether it's here WWE. I don't care. Just hope he gets to come back. He had Kyle out there and Roddy out there, and they gave him a hug. But they turned a bad situation to a good situation because they had Dustin Rhodes win the TNT title. Where I went into this being like, oh, like Kyle Fletcher's just gonna win anyways. But then they put on Dustin in Texas, which was cool. The Von Erichs and the other Rhodes kids came out there and put him on the shoulders.
There's a few of us who were like, "Oh shit, Goldust won the world title."
Nah, literally, someone who was that? Who was that? Your wife that walked in there that said that? Someone said that. Like, is that Goldust?
And I was happy. It was nice.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool moments. Overall, All In was a great show. I would give it like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Overall, like it was long. It was long. It was long as fuck. But overall, like, you know, Smoke Dizza and West Side Gun sang out the Hurt Syndicate. MJF won the gauntlet. Athena won her gauntlet. That was cool. You know, Samoa Joe got taken out. Edge returned. Adam Copeland returned to help Christian. So we're gonna get Edge and Christian versus FTR soon. Edge and Christian versus Nick Wayne and Kip maybe. Like, we're gonna see the return of Cope and Christian. So that's cool. He told him to go find himself. So overall, All In, solid show. I would give it a 9 out of 10. What would you give it?
6.
All right, 6 out of 10. I know you didn't watch NXT, so I'm just gonna briefly talk about it.
I watched a little, like, again, in and out. Right, it was super early in the morning. So
the biggest thing for me was the thing about NXT compared to every other show this weekend, and I know that's like their motto right now to do this, but they were in a smaller venue, but it just seemed really small.
It did.
Compared to All In, compared to Evolution, Saturday night's main event, like it just seemed really small, and I think that kind of took me out of it. You actually felt watching it this weekend, like. And it wasn't even like it was small. Like the lighting was really dark too. Like I'm like, oh,
because a few people talk like, oh, did it not sell out? That's what we asked.
I don't know, but the production of it all, like they could have lit it up more or something. Maybe done something more with the stage. It felt like the show that was the least important this weekend. I don't know, but for me, Ethan Page and Ricky Starks was good. Everything else was kind of predictable, and obviously I was hyped to see Blake Monroe make her in-ring debut under the WWE umbrella in NXT. She picked up the victory with Jordan Grace. Obviously, that friendship did not last very long, but it was cool to see her make her big debut in Great American Bash, and that's probably the highlights for me. Was basically just that, her debut and the Ricky Starks Ethan Page match. Everything else on there seemed all right. So Ruka and Izzy, predictable. You know, Oba versus Ikamura guy, predictable. Like, you know who was gonna win. So. Yeah,
I think WWE did Jordan Gracie pretty dirty with that camera angle after she lost.
Yeah. Yo, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic, Justin here, and I'm here to tell you guys about one of wrestling's best kept secrets for merchandise, officially licensed WWE and NXT merchandise, 500level.com. Check them out, 500level.com. Get officially licensed merchandise for the WWE, NXT, UFC, MLB, NBA, NHL. They got it all. If you join the Partnership Point program as a loyal customer, you will get discounts down the road. You can find merchandise for some of your favorite NXT stars that you can't find anywhere else. Javon Evans, Kalani Jordan, Carmen Petrovic, Lola Vice, Trick Williams. They got merchandise for everybody on NXT. You got OG shirts like this NWO shirt. You got big stars like the Queen Charlotte Flair. You get new designs like this new design for Lita. You get designs I helped out with, like this design for Dakota Kai, which I was a part of creating when Dakota didn't have those many shirts going on. You can get, like I said, NXT superstars like Carmen Petrovic and many others. You can get OGs like the none other than the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. You can get CM Punk, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, anybody you want. Sami Zayn's 500level.com. Check them out. You can even get the bad guy, Razor Ramon. You get your OG, like I said, logo shirts, NWO, WWF, Survivor Series, Raw's War. 500level.com. Check them out. Join the partnership program. Some of the best quality shirts, premium quality, regular quality. Some of the best product you will find out there. Officially licensed WWE, NXT merchandise, and OG Legend stuff. 500level.com. Check them out. Keep doing the thing. We'll see you all later. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about Saturday night's main event, Goldberg's retirement. Another show where, like, once again, like I said, the best show from WWE this weekend was Evolution, because this was another show where I was like, I'm sitting here right now as we speak, and I remember two things that happened. Goldberg retired and Seth got hurt. I can't tell you. I'm like trying to think really harder now what else happened on this show.
Same here. That's it. And I remember, yeah. So Seth hurting his knee and Bret Hart controlling the cameras in the back to cut off Goldberg's speech, right?
Yeah, that's basically all I remember. It was cool. It was probably a really solid Goldberg match. Gunther gave him a solid match. It was cool to see Goldberg walk out there with Ernest the Cat Miller and the old security guy from WCW and a lot of familiar faces. Josh Barnett was in the back and stuff. I mean, they gave us a false finish. There was one moment where you're like, oh, Goldberg hit the jackhammer. That what? Like, are they gonna let him retire with the belt? But then, Gunther'd it. The ring general. I can't even do it.
Ring general.
Yeah. Oh, and then I guess we should talk about it because I just looked at the results. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre.
Trash. That's just TKO trying to make some money here. That's trash.
Yeah, like I can't hate on it in terms of marketing and publicity. Yeah, and I like Jelly Roll as a singer, but for me, it's nothing that I'm interested in.
No, because I would feel that Drew McIntyre would hate a guy like Logan Paul and would bury him.
And I don't like the way that Randy Orton's so like, Jelly Roll, I love you, man. Be in my corner. Jelly Roll, we'll get them back together. SummerSlam, like Jelly Roll. Like, I would need to see a video package of Randy Orton just cruising down the street, listening to nothing but Jelly Roll to believe this is real.
Yeah.
Because anything I've seen of Randy Orton in the last year, all he talks about is female rappers, and Jelly Roll is not that.
Yeah, so. It's not even believable that he listens to Jelly Roll, right?
No, it's believable, but it's just the way that he just immediately went from I want to kill Cena to I need to protect Jelly Roll. It's like, what?
That's my news story. You told me at one point that he was caressing his face. You're like,
I thought so, but it was Jelly Roll touching his own face.
Man, he's touching his face, telling him, "Don't worry, Jelly, I'll take care of you."
That's what I thought was happening. I was wrong though. But that was the other thing. And obviously, Solo beat Jimmy. Jacob returned.
I'm liking Solo though. I'm liking Solo's run right now. I know it's short right now, but I'm digging Solo with the U.S. title.
So since Saturday night's main event was an all men's PLE, they had an all women's PLE Evolution.
Yeah.
And honestly, best WWE show of the weekend over NXT and Saturday night's main event.
That
top to bottom.
Yeah, no, it was, and the ending was it was great.
It was great. Naomi cashing. If everything, and you know what's so crazy? If they didn't do that ending, this show was solid top to bottom, but it could have easily been forgotten about because everything kind of no titles changed. Everything was kind of predictable. Two things kind of happened. Naomi cashed in, and Blake turned on Jordan, but otherwise there wasn't much storyline progression on this show in many ways. Okay, Becky retained, whatever, but all in a solid match. I'm not trying to downplay it, but Naomi cashed in was okay, Evolution. This was lit. You know?
No, it was good. Yeah, it'll be memorable, right? We'll all remember it. I know even myself, I was like shocked, and then we're texting. We're like, "Holy shit, did that just happen?"
Yeah.
Because we weren't expecting that on like a pay-per-view called Evolution, right?
Yeah, and it's the first one since 2018, and I think they really liked it because tonight, Monday Night Raw, for the first 2 hours was like Evolution. It was all women's wrestling until the main event gauntlet. So
Yeah.
like literally the whole show. I'm like, if Chelsea Green and Nikki Bella's next match has literally been Evolution, because all we've gotten all night is women. It's been women all night, besides a couple of backstage segments and promos. Becky kind of leaning into the Becky Hogan stuff tonight, wearing the red and yellow, which I thought was kind of funny.
That match,
but it was a
the Becky.
Yeah, no, dude. If I was to run down this card, and this is the only card to run down, like Becky, Bayley, Lyra, solid match. Yeah. Jordan, JC, like whatever match, great finish, memorable finish, right? Roxanne and Raquel versus Charlotte, Alexa, Kabuki Warriors, and Ruka and Zarya. That tag match was fun. And I actually didn't know who was gonna win. I'm like, the Kabuki Warriors could actually win this. Obviously, like Charlotte and Alexa were favorites going there. Right? There was we want Charlotte chance. Like there was literally we want Charlotte chance.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. I messaged her and she even said, "Mind blown." Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then when Roxanne and Raquel retained, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm like, we talked about it. Like, they need to keep the belts on them for the Liv storyline. I did think they could lose them and then win them back before Liv comes back, but like that was dope. Tiffany and Trish, solid match. Tiffany's now allowed to go the rest of her career saying, "I beat Trish Stratus in a world title match."
Mm-hmm. Was that Trish's retirement match?
No, Trish. It's not Trish's last match. She even said that's not her last match. But it's cool that but now if Trisha gets another title shot, it's not unbelievable. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jade and Naomi was the only hardcore match on this show with Bianca's special ref, and they at first I was upset. I'm like, man, Naomi keeps losing. Obviously, they made good on that by the end of the night, and they showed some tension between Jade and Bianca, right? Then you had Stephanie win the Battle Royal, and honestly, everyone was upset about just a Battle Royal throwing everybody in the match.
Battle Royal was fun.
It was great.
I enjoyed it.
It showed everybody's personalities, Kalani's athleticism, Kalani's athleticism. Chelsea's comedy, Nia Jax's dominance. Everybody played the part. Zelina's dark all of a sudden, obsessed with Julia. There's a lot of stories playing in one match here, So I thought it was cool. Everyone thought Nikki Bella was gonna win. She got eliminated. Wasn't even in the final four. Stephanie McMahon started speaking Spanish after, and everyone started putting up the memes about her saying gracias with a smile.
Yeah, I was hoping Nia Jax won that match though, but I'm okay.
That's fair. Yeah, and then obviously the main event, which was Io and Rhea, which was a banger. It was just a certified banger.
Even if there was a clean finish, it would have been great. But the cash-in just topped it.
And we're still the video package really played into it, and it sold me on the story going into the match where they're like, oh, Rhea's never beat Io. We still don't know if Rhea can beat Io because she still didn't beat her. It's still left on the table, And Naomi got to have her moment. So shout out to Naomi.
Yeah.
So I think
lots of
I don't know. It's weird because if you ask me what show I enjoyed watching the most, it was probably Evolution. But I can't downplay the fact that All In was a good show. The problem I can't say I enjoyed watching All In is that it was just so long.
I think it was fine because there was a lot of us over and it was in the background. So we're just in and out, hanging out, lounging, whatever.
Yeah, my atmosphere was different too.
Yeah, so we were, imagine if it was just us two watching it for 7 hours. I think we really would have been, kind of tired of it. But I think there was a bunch of randoms watching with us and people in and out, and there was functions.
And even me, I was in and out for a couple of matches and came
back, crack some jokes, pop some nostalgia.
And then I would watch those matches after the fact, which always makes them more enjoyable for me. I watched Swerve Ospreay versus the Young Bucks after the fact. I didn't watch it when I was on the TV, so sometimes it makes it easier. But a solid week of wrestling weekend, way too much. Need a break. But I watched Raw tonight. CM Punk, Gunther, SummerSlam. He beat the Gauntlet. Braun Breaker looks strong as hell.
I can't even show on AEW today. That's how tired I am.
Roman Reigns returned. Hope Jay. Will it be Roman and Jay versus the Brawns at SummerSlam? I don't know. Or will it be
Punk gets another title shot?
Because he's the best in the world. He's been the best in the world since day one.
He's the best in the world at whining.
He's getting another title shot. He's gonna beat Gunther.
And then what?
Then he's gonna go to a press conference eating muffins.
And he's gonna start how shitty.
He's gonna start shitting on the whole company.
And the muffins.
And be like, TKO couldn't even manage a fucking Target.
No, he's not going to win. I think Gunther retains.
No, Gunther retains, but it'll be a good match. And then I think, I don't know, will it be just Roman versus Braun Breaker in the singles and Jay versus Bronson in the singles, or will it be a tag match? I don't know, but whatever it is will be cool. It does suck that Seth is injured. I don't know if they pulled the trigger on Roman early because Seth got hurt, or if he was always planned to be there for SummerSlam. But it does suck that Seth got hurt.
Roman? You think it would have been Seth and Roman for SummerSlam?
I think it potentially could have been Seth and Roman at SummerSlam. I think they're now probably pivoting to
Braun
versus Roman because Seth got hurt.
I wouldn't mind them adding like a third man now. The fact that Seth is gone, maybe.
Yeah, have someone else in there for the time being, and then have it be like Roman and the Usos versus 3 of their guys in like a tribal rules match or something would be cool.
And I know we said that Seth can always stay relevant even on the mic if he wants to. But
like tonight they had Jackie.
I'd keep him off the camera now, just until he fully heals or like he's getting better. He has a.
Yeah, that's what Payman pointed out, right? Like he has from next year June to cash in, like it'll be fine. But he is one of those guys, like we said while we're watching it back, I was like, he doesn't even need to wrestle right now. He has 2 guys that could wrestle for him, and he can talk as much as he wants, you know.
Yeah.
But you're right. We'll see him when he's back, and Lyra versus Becky now at SummerSlam, and a bunch of other stuff was figured out tonight on Raw. But overall, great week of wrestling. We'll see how. My thing is this: AEW put in a great show, and I don't want to be that guy that's like a Debbie Downer, but like, how do they follow it up now? You know, how do they follow it up now? Like, how do we move into this new era? Like, do the Death Riders just disappear?
Like, I might tune in on Wednesday.
Yeah.
See if anything's changed. Maybe tune in on Wednesday, depending.
Does Mercedes just move on from Tony? Does Brian just show up that one night and not again? Is Darby back? Does Swerve challenge Hangman? Is Ospreay still out now since he got pile drivered and taken out? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. Is Edge going to show up on Dynamite, or is he just...
Doesn't MJF have a contract for the world title now?
He does. Does MJF go after Hangman first?
Maybe he gets into the title picture now.
He has a situation where he gets a cash in whenever type of thing.
Yeah, and then maybe that's when him and Lashley will start beefing, right, for the world title.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how long is Hangman? Like, where do we go from here? Does Dustin have a short reign? Does Dustin just like hold it for like a week, or is this like, is Dustin featured on Dynamite every week now? Like, it was a good show, but where do we go from here? You know,
I guess you can.
Which is a good problem to have. It's not a bad thing. It's a good problem to have for AEW. It may, like you said, you're going to tune in because it's a good problem to have.
Maybe.
We'll see.
But shout out to everyone on YouTube, man, getting the follower count up.
Yeah, shout out to all the subscribers. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, like this video, comment, engage as much as you can. Watch all the shorts, watch all the interviews, watch just yapping, watch the TWC show.
On our next, I said send us in some questions. Maybe we can answer some people's questions.
Yeah, we'll answer questions. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Like, obviously, we don't recap every week. We try to mix things up. We're just recapping this weekend because there's a lot of events. But yeah, let us know what you want us to talk about. Keep doing the thing. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. Follow Rain City Toys. The link's below if you're looking for some action figures and toys. And any memorabilia. Hit him up. He might have the most random. You want a magazine or a CD from back in the day and you can't find it? There's a chance he might have it. You know?
I think I don't have one link on here, but yeah, I just got a couple CDs. Old school WF CDs. Pretty cool.
Yeah. So check out that. And yeah, everybody keep doing the thing. We'll see you all next time.